Alright, so we got it.
Yay! Good job,
Oh,
Jaya.
I know, right? Sweating over here. I think I need to keep a fan. But hey, everybody, it's me, Kajai, and I am here with Sarah Miller.
Hello.
And we're about to do a Google Hangout. Of course, it took me forever to get it up because I'm just a ghetto mess. And we're going to talk about some things we have in common. Also, Sarah has a stellium in the 5th house, which I'm really just jealous of. Also, some other interesting things that I picked out in her chart that I just wanted to talk about. So, the first thing me and Sarah both have in common is that I'm a Leo with a Scorpio rising. We both share that Leo-Scorpio energy, and she is a... This is the part where you say, I'm a Scorpio moon with a Leo rising.
Yes, I'm a Scorpio moon with the Leo rising.
Thank God for editing, right? Maybe I'll edit that. Not that you knew that that was your cue or anything.
I am not used to being on stage. Surprising, I know.
Really, with the Leo rising, you don't like to perform? And with that stellium in the 5th house?
Well, I used to play guitar and sing, and I used to do shows, and that was cool, but I got bored with it.
Switched to, you needed to change, you needed to go, like, left or right, or just try something new?
Yeah, more into astrology than music.
So what got you into astrology?
I've actually been obsessed with it since I knew what the internet was, and since I knew, like, how to use the internet. Because, like, my grandma, when I was really little, had, like, all these astrology cups, and I was really obsessed with them, and I used to, like, read all of them. And then, like, my sister got the internet, and, like, the first thing I looked up was astrology, and I learned all about, like, all the, like, lucky colors and lucky gemstones, all that crap, you know, like, basic traits and whatnot. And, like, when I was 16, my best friend gave me the only astrology book you'll ever need, and it just became my Bible and my whole life ever since.
Right. I don't remember when I got obsessed with it. I've always been into, like, pseudosciences and, like, metaphysical things ever since I was a kid. But, like, I really connected to being a Leo. You know, like, how you read your description of your sun sign? I'm like, this is so me. I can't believe it. So I had to, like, you know, of course, study more about it. But when I first saw my full natal chart, I was just, like, really disappointed. Because I was like, what are all these other planets doing in here? Why don't I have more planets in the sign of Leo? I hate Virgo. What is this Venus in Virgo? What is this Jupiter? Who let this Mars in Gemini? I'm like, what is all of this? I don't even like it. I did like the fact that my moon was in Aries, and, you know, I had a Leo sun and Mercury. I just so wish I had more Leo energy in my chart. That's why I sort of, like, swayed it over to Vedic a little bit, because I do have more Leo in that chart. So I was like, I like you because of that.
That's awesome. No, like, I don't know. When I was, like, growing up and reading about Capricorns, I never associated with it at all.
That's one of the things I wanted to talk to you about, because, like, your Mercury's in Capricorn. You have, like, Uranus and Neptune, like, squishing your Mercury, and it's also in retrograde, your Mercury, right?
Yeah.
So do you, like, really connect with being the stereotypical Capricorn, or because, like, Mercury and Uranus is there, like, messing with your, yeah. You get what I'm saying.
Yes, I totally know. And no, I do not associate with being a Capricorn. Like, I freaking hate that all that shit's in Capricorn. Like, I feel so much more Leo and Scorpio. Because, like, I'm super outgoing, and, like, I am a lot of fun.
That's because you have a stellium in your 5th house.
Yes. I love my stellium. I'm very thankful for it. Otherwise, I'd be the most boring person on Earth.
Not with that Venus conjunct Sun, though.
Yeah. That's fun.
That
helps. But it sucks, though, because I'm always, like, super happy, but then when, like, I get upset, like, not only does my Scorpio moon come out, but, like, my Venus conjunct Sun, like, really upsets people.
Really?
Yeah, people are like, whoa.
Go into detail, please.
Like, I don't know, I'm always, like, super, like, happy-go-lucky and always, like, cracking jokes at people. So, like, when, like, I get irritated and I'm just like, oh, fuck. You know, like, people are just like, oh my God, Sarah's upset. Oh, no.
Everybody stop. Stop what you're doing. Now, aspect in your chart that I wanted to talk about, even though this video is, like, all over the place, we're just going to talk. We're going to go back and forth. That's how I do things.
Cool. I like
You
it.
know, unorganized but fun. You have Jupiter trine your moon, and your moon is really early Scorpio, right? 0.07.
Yeah, on mine it says it's 1 degree.
Right.
I don't know.
It's early. It's early. It's really early.
Either way.
So do you think that, trine from Jupiter, which is in Cancer, by the way, do you think it softens that intensity of your Scorpio moon?
Not really. I
Oh,
think it's just because like it's such a low degree. I've
mhm.
had a lot of work to do on that because I used to be full-blown crazy bitch.
All that water in there and that emotional Cancer trine probably doesn't help, maybe.
No, not at all. Like, I don't know, whenever I get like any emotion, it's just like full force, like with all my Leo energy, like just totally like on stage and
Dramatic.
performance driven. Yes. And then with my Scorpio, it's like, oh my God. Like whenever I get upset, when I get like really mad, I like throw shit. I don't anymore. But I used to like throw shit and like cuss people out and just be awful.
I relate to that. I relate to that. Because I have a Mars in Gemini, so when I'm pissed, I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna tell you why you fucking pissed me off.
Yep.
I relate to that. Then I'm loud. Like when I'm angry, I annoy myself. Do you get like that? Like I'm that. Like I'll make sure you piss me off. Like, ugh. Like really gonna ask me another fucking question why I'm upset? You're talking to me. That's why I'm pissed. You're still talking to me. Like I would hate to be on the other end of that. Like I'm just really annoying when I'm angry.
Yeah. I don't know. I just get like once my like initial reaction is over with, my Scorpio kind of subsides. I just completely go to the Sagittarius and I just want to run away. Like my instant reaction, like I'll throw something and be like, I need to go right now. Bye. And I'll just walk out the door.
Like a hit and run.
Yeah.
I get angry, then I get over it really quick because I got a moon in Aries, which is quick. My Mars in Gemini, so it's bipolar. So it's like, fuck you. I don't have to do this. I'm leaving. So it's like I knew this kid was a psycho. This is a fucking psycho. And I come back, hey, what's up? You know what? That Leo energy. I'm so over it. I
Yeah.
know I stabbed you, but I drove you to the hospital.
It's all good. It's all good.
I'm over it, so you should be over it. I'm not yelling. That's my apology. I'm not saying sorry. So
Oh
yeah,
my God, that's great.
that. I totally went off on my notes. All right. So, all right. So I'm gonna. So when it comes to that Scorpio energy you have and also that Leo energy you have, both of them like power. But what do you think the difference is? In for like their need for power. What do you think the difference is from like
Um,
Scorpio wanting power and Leo wanting power?
I think Scorpio is just more of like a visceral need for power. Like they just feel it inside. Like they just have this like need to be like dominant over someone. Whereas Leo needs power to be just more like famous.
Yeah, like everyone just kiss my ass. Just
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Just that Scorpio needs just want to go out and conquer something. Like make it mine.
Yeah.
And Leo's just like, I just want everyone to have fun, but let me be the center of that fun.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Like
oh, go ahead.
the two energies together like are weird because I don't know. I feel like I'm a really submissive Scorpio moon. Like I don't really like to be like super dominant or like in charge of anything. I just like to have a good time and laugh.
Hmm. Mine sort of like screwed me up when I had I got the job. Have you ever heard of the amusement park Busch Gardens?
Yeah.
I went there to audition to be a dancer, right? Because I can get on the good foot, kind of mean loud. And we went through rehearsal, and it was time to get in front of the judges, right? So I'm dancing, that Leo was shining, I'm dancing, doing all the dance moves, and like I look over to the table and they're staring at me, and that Scorpio just like froze me up. So I was like, oh shit, they're looking at me, and I'm standing still, and the Leo's like, dance, dance, keep going, keep going, keep going. So I tried to get back on beat, and I got the job, but they canceled the show. I got the job, but
Oh.
yeah, it's very like I read on one site. It's like look at me, then don't look at me. Having those two energies in your chart, that Leo Scorpio energy, definitely I can. Like, one moment, I'll want the attention, and I'm like, why the fuck is everyone staring at me? Like, hi, how are you? Please speak, hello, keep it moving, people. That's how it is for me. Like, one moment, I don't mind, and the other moment, I'm like, what?
Yeah, totally. Like all the time at work, I'll just be like, "Don't talk to me. Just leave me alone. Leave me in my little cubby hole." And then other times I'm like, "Hey
Yeah,
guys!"
how's it going? Good morning. Mood swings like crazy. I think Scorpio takes that wherever he goes. Just like mood swings. One moment you're up, and the next moment you're just like pissed for no reason.
Oh yeah. Like I don't know though. I am so like anti-Capricorn. Like every job I've ever had, I'm just like, I do not want to fucking be here at all.
I don't
I
want to
just want
climb
to.
to the ladder. I
I
don't want to
don't.
climb to the top.
I want the money, but I don't want to do anything.
Right.
I just want you to give me money so I can go home and do whatever it is that I do.
And that Scorpio energy is like, I fucking hate people. I hate being around all of you.
Totally.
What else was I gonna say? So, how does that Uranus conjunct Neptune conjunct your retrograded Mercury work out for you? I think that's why you know, like how you say you have like you jumble up your words and you can't talk sometimes.
Yeah.
Because like with your Mercury, you're really trying to think about what you're gonna say next. But with like Uranus and Neptune, they're just trying to like push it out. So it's like a fight. Like, wait, let me think about it.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. I don't know. I kind of feel like I think faster than I talk.
Yeah.
So like I'm like thinking just and my mouth's just trying to like keep up with my brain. And it just ends up just like vomiting all over the place.
Mhm.
It's not fun. It's really irritating, especially when you're like trying to like be serious and prove a point. And then all of a sudden you're just like, "Bleh."
And that and the rest. I hope you learned your lesson. Yeah. I get
Yeah.
that. Also, what do you do creatively? Because I would imagine you're like super creative and original.
I've dabbled in a lot. I used to draw. I never got into painting, but all through like middle school, I was into like band and I played clarinet, like Squidward, and
Great association. Great association. He's a legend. He's a legend.
and I total Capricorn too. Just
He would be a Capricorn. He would.
he's so pessimistic and depressed all the time.
He would be a Capricorn. No sad energy in his chart.
Yep. That's just true. And then when I was in high school, I got like really into like drawing, and I actually almost went to college in Portland at the Art Institute, but I decided to move back to Nevada. But I don't know, I was super into drawing for a really long time, and then piano, guitar. I never like really like mastered any of them. Just
Jack
kind
of
of like
all trades, master of none.
exactly. Be surprised there's no Gemini in my chart.
I do that. Like even with languages, like I can say a few words in a few dozen languages, but if you ask me to have a conversation with you, it's like no. What? Huh? What did you say?
Yeah.
What was I gonna say next? I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I watched your Element series, and I thought that was really cool.
The element series. Oh, the one where I talk about like lacking elements in a chart.
Yeah, that. I was at work.
Yeah. What's
And
that?
the only water I have is my Pluto and Scorpio. Now, does that count with inner planets, or are you just looking at like?
Oh, that's everything. But you also have your ascendant in Scorpio, so that counts as well.
You got my chart up too.
Yeah.
I see the reflection on your.
Yep. Got it right here. And by the way, I love your Leo MC. That's fabulous.
It's great, but it's also a pain because, like you said, when you're at work, like I can't do a normal job. I know I can't. I just can't. I have to, like, I'm always dancing at work, or I'll stop and fucking perform, like, with my headphones, and, like, I'll stop and just start singing and dancing. Of course, all my coworkers love me, but then, you know, that gets me in trouble, too. It's like, you gotta stop dancing and do more work. I'm looking at the camera, like, is there any cameras in this room? It catches me dancing. I was like, great. But it is fun. It is like I just moved to Nashville to really like follow my passion to be a performer, so
That's awesome.
yeah.
Well, it's definitely in your chart. How does Chiron work out for you conjunct
Oh my
with
god,
the
everyone
midheaven
asks
like
me that question. I hope like, and it's also in opposition with my Saturn. So I think that challenge was just me really trying to pursue my goals and my talents. And it's also conjunct my midheaven. So I don't know. Hopefully, I can just be a beacon of inspiration for everyone. You know, first acknowledging that I do have some kind of talent and believing in it. So
That's awesome.
that's how it's working out for me. Because I've never taken like any dance classes, and I got the job at Busch Gardens. I just, you know, love dancing. So like when I got there, everyone was talking like, you know, I've been dancing for this many years. You know, I went to this school and that school, and I'm over there like, I dance at home. You know? But I went in, you know, and I was there with them. I stuck with them, and I got the job. So, you know, I was like, all right, you know. So just believing in my talents and what I want to do, I think that's how it plays out Chiron there. So.
That's awesome. I don't know, with my Chiron in the 11th house, I just always feel like I don't have any friends. Like, but I do, and it's stupid that I think that.
What about your palace in the 8th house in Aries?
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm a little firecracker at times.
No, because it rules like creative thinking, right? That's why I think you're like really creative.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird with my like creativity because I know I'm a really creative person, but I have Saturn right there in that
In the
stellium.
6th house. It's in the 6th house though, right? It's right. The one I was looking at was like right on the 6th house, like conjuncted.
Yeah, it's conjunct, but it's still in the 5th house.
I gotta get, what site are you using? We gotta get our sites together.
Yeah, I do. I think I'm on the Placidus house system on Astro.
I'm using, I don't know which one I'm using. I'm using Astro Theme.
Oh, okay. I'm doing astro.com, Astrogenst.
So does it still put your Mars in the 5th house, or is that in your 4th house now?
No, my Mars is still in the 5th.
Okay. In Sagittarius. Hey, it's opposition. What degree is yours?
I can't remember.
It looks like 15, 16.
I think it's something like that. Hold on, I'll pull it up.
Okay.
But I don't know, like my creativity is really weird because like Saturn's right there and I feel like I just like judge myself too much. I'm like, oh, that sucked. I don't want to do it.
That's part of the creative process though. Like you do something like this is fucking awful. And you polish it up. You know, it's not that bad. And then you go back and look at it. You know what? This is actually fucking great.
I am my own worst critic. I am so bad. Oh no, my Mars is 22 degrees.
It's still opposition to mine because mine is 14 degrees.
Okay, fits in that orb. Yeah, no, on this one too, like I have it up on A-Lab, Astrolabe, and Saturn's in my 5th house too, 17 degrees.
Well, that sucks.
I'll check out Astrolabe.
I thought it was in your 6th house. I'm sorry, but Saturn in the 5th house. That sucks. I'm
kind of glad it's not my 6th house though.
I have Saturn in the 4th house, and that sucks.
Oh yeah.
Like that, yeah. Lucky me.
Yeah.
And it's in opposition to my midheaven, so it's like I really have to work hard at this shit, don't I? It's
yeah.
Like, I gotta get off me, Saturn. Get off of me. Like, stop trying to be a hater, Saturn. Get off my back. Like, give me some good graces.
So we both have Jupiter in the 11th house.
That's like, I think that's like the best position. One of the best positions in my chart, because I swear I have like Jesus moments with people. It's like I'll meet someone and they'll tell me about like great opportunities. Like, it's amazing. Like, I'll find like I don't say I'll find people, like I meet people that just like here, let me help you. Let me help you. Let me raise you in life some. How does it in Cancer work out for you?
Well, Jupiter's exalted in Cancer, but my Jupiter's in retrograde. So,
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like a very unlucky individual. Like, I live in Nevada, and me and my husband go gambling here and there. And,
Hmm.
like, every single time we go, he wins, like, $500, and I end up losing $500.
And it's in opposition to your Mercury, Uranus, and Neptune, right?
Yes.
I don't think it is it opposite your Sun. I think your
No.
Sun too far. Yeah, it doesn't reach your Sun or your Venus, so that's good.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I never, like, win stuff, but I feel like I always get recognition,
Hmm.
which is kind of cool.
Well, I'm sure your Leo ascendant really loves that.
Oh, yeah. Like, it's funny though, because like when like people like recognize me for stuff or like give me compliments, like my Scorpio shows, it's like, oh, thank you, and I get all like shy and like nervous, but on the inside, my Leo's just like, yeah, like doing a little victory dance.
Right. When I get recognition for stuff, it's like, quick, think fast, be charming, say something funny, keep the spotlight on you as long as possible, please. So Leo midheaven right there is like, keep it on, come on, keep it on us, keep it on us. And then my Scorpio rising is like freezing up. It's like a constant fight between the two. It's like, all right, Scorpio, get the fuck out of the way. I need to shine. Only
Right?
come up, only show up when I need you. Like if someone's trying to bullshit me, that's when I need you there to like give the death stare.
Right? Oh, I love my Scorpio moon so much though. I freaking love it. Like it comes in so handy when I'm like meeting new people and I could just like tell if they're just like terrible people or not because I don't know. I pick up on like weird vibes. Like how does
Mhm.
your ascendant treat you?
I pick up on weird vibes too, but also do I'll find myself just like randomly giving people the death stare when they're talking to me. Like just really look like I like to look in their eyes. Like I really like to stare them down when they're talking to me, or like when I meet them for the first time, just to get a read on them. But yeah, like there's someone at my job that I think is just off, like really off. I'm not gonna say, but just off. But yeah, and I'm usually right. Not 10 times out of 10, I'm right. I'm never wrong. I was gonna no, I'm never wrong. So yeah, I knew it.
That's awesome. I know, I've noticed that like with Scorpio risings, like I think it's just like my hackles going up and I just immediately don't like them. I don't know why, but then like after I get to know them, I love them to death.
Mm.
It's weird. Like my neighbor, I just did a birth chart reading for him, and I hated him when he first moved in. Like I was like, get this guy out of here. I don't want him around. And then like I don't know, me and him became friends, and then I did his birth chart reading, and I saw he had like uh Scorpio rising, and then he had his sun in Aquarius, moon in Leo, which I thought was really cool.
Hmm.
Really like interesting personality. But I started getting into like Chiron and all the asteroids, and he started like freaking out. He's like, "This asteroid's gonna blow up my shit."
This asteroid's gonna blow up my shit. Okay.
It made me laugh so hard.
Huh.
It was the funniest thing I've ever heard. Made me laugh.
Usually when you give readings for people, like what do you like? I try to look at like what Saturn's doing in their chart, or like where their moon is, or like what's happening with Mercury, or just to, like really get in depth to it, like their life, who they are, things like that. What about you?
I really go for like the psychological aspect of astrology. Like I really try to look for like compulsive behaviors and like what triggers these like detrimental areas of life that they keep like running into that keep like hurting them in the long run. So I really try to like help them like overcome like okay, this causes you to do this, which in turn does this to you. So I really try to like make it like almost like a therapy session. Scorpio moon and whatnot.
It's like, let me
But
help you with your problems.
yes, exactly.
Give an
Just like
example. Like, don't use my chart because I don't need that kind of problem in my life. But what aspects, like, causes certain behaviors?
I feel that squares are triggers. Also, the 12th house or the 8th house. Because they're both kind of like dark and mysterious, kind of like subconscious, and the 8th house is like obsessions and obsessive tendencies. Whereas like the 12th house is like where you like isolate yourself and you are only you in that area. And there's no like influences other than like just your own mind. And then I feel that squares really like trigger certain behaviors because, you know, the square is like a constant obstacle that you'll have in your life. And, like, one way of thinking will, like, trigger that square and be like, okay, we need to go into this.
So I guess you already see my Venus square Mars in the 8th house.
Yes. I wasn't going off your chart, though, I promise.
I was like, oh, my gosh, she knows. That's, like, the worst. Like, everyone always points that out. I'm working on it. But anyways, on a lighter note, gosh, now where we're going to go? I talked about your Uranus-Neptune conjunct Mercury, which is retrograde, which I think is absolutely awesome.
Thank you. I don't.
I think it's great for like original creative thinking, even though you may like get these ideas that come out of nowhere. But I just think it's great. I love like to look at creativity in a chart because I'm a Leo, so. You know.
Well, thank you.
And you're not.
How does your
Oh, what were we
What's
gonna
that?
Say? I said, and you're not a normal Capricorn.
Thank God. Because I'd
Right.
probably shoot myself.
I don't even know, this conversation probably wouldn't have lasted this long. Because you'd probably just be looking at me like, this dude is
like
in place.
this total, like, bitchy resting face. Like, yes,
Right.
that was funny.
Like, ha, ha, ha.
I am really, really sarcastic, though. I do have that Capricorn quality.
Scorpios can be sarcastic, like that Scorpio energy can be sarcastic too, just to like see how much you can take, like taking little jabs at you to like find that little soft spot to like, oh, okay.
Don't go there. Okay.
I only need to go there if I need to hurt you.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, what do you have in your chart? Your North Node's in Sagittarius. That's really cool.
In the 2nd house, yeah.
Yes.
Conjunct Pallas.
Ooh, I don't have your asteroids up right now.
Yours is in the 7th house. That's interesting.
My North Node?
Your North Node is in the 7th house, right?
We're on totally different house systems.
Does it say it's in the 6th or 8th?
What's that?
Is it in the 6th or 8th?
The 6th.
You were born January 1st, 1990.
18th.
Huh? 18th. January 18th, 1990 at 6:31 p.m.
Yes.
Yeah, we have two totally different house systems up because the one I was using on Astro Theme showed it was in the 7th house.
That's weird. I'm going to look into that. I'm a Scorpio moon. I have to know everything. And
Right.
think about everything.
Maybe I was off. I could have been off. But the 6th house. That, to me, the 6th house is really because my moon's there and I also have Virgo energy in my chart. Like, when I recorded my Venus in the 6th house video, I was like, this house is just so damn boring. Like, it's not, you can, like, it's just like regurgitating the same thing over and over and over again about the 6th house. It's like, this house is really boring. Like, the 3rd house, I think, is fun and creative and exciting and just all over the place. But, daily routine and coworkers and, health, it's
Yeah, I hate the 6th house. I really hate the fact that my sun is in the 6th house and Venus and my North Node. Get the hell out of there.
Your North Node's in Aquarius, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so we're on the same page with that.
Yes.
So you're, like, really healthy?
No.
No? I would imagine.
No.
Oh, like, of course, that's what traditional astrology would say, right?
Yeah.
Your Venus is also in the 6th house, so yikes, I just ragged on your Venus.
It's okay. No, my Venus placement sucks, but it's conjunct my sun.
Like I said, go ahead.
I'm really happy, and I love life, so that's good.
I say in my 6th house video, it's a loyal place for Venus to be. I don't think Venus in the 6th house is going to go out and cheat on you.
That's good.
I was fighting with my lighting before I got on video because I have a moon in the sixth house, so I like organic natural stuff. So I put coconut oil like all over my skin, so like my face was like fucking shiny. So not only was I trying to fix this, but like trying to fix the lighting to where I don't like look all like greased up. I think it's like seeped into my skin and it's all good. So that's some sixth house energy for you. I was like, fuck! I had to like tilt the shade thing like to the side to like, all right. I had to like move. I had to move it all the way down to my dress. Like, all right, okay. This is a good distance to where I don't look so shiny.
Well, I feel with your moon in the sixth house that you'd be pretty healthy.
Yeah, I am. And then like I'll like be on a health binge for like a week, and then I'll just eat nothing but pizza. I'll go to McDonald's, and then all the while I'm thinking, you know, I really have to eat that salad that's in the refrigerator. That's getting really old.
I don't know, like, I feel like I've always been surrounded by really healthy people. Like, I used to manage a health club center, and I just never was. Like, I think the longest I ever worked out for was like 2 weeks.
The longest I've ever worked out or went to the gym, because I do run, went to the gym once. I think I overdid it, because like the next day I woke up and felt like someone just beat the shit out of me. Like everything was hurting. Like you know, like when you're laying down and you move, I was like, oh my God, did I sleep wrong or something? Like, like, oh, I'm never, ever going to the gym again. You know, that's not great motivation, waking up the next day sore, to get you want to, you know, get right back in there and working out. So, but it's probably my own fault, like overdoing it. You know, you got your music in your ears, you're like, oh, yeah, go get you some. Ow, I can't move. What happened?
I feel like music, like, really, like, emphasizes your workout, too. Because I know, like, when I run, I, like, blast Pantera. And I'm just, like, listening to fucking Hostile. And I'm just like,
yeah,
as fast as I possibly can.
Yeah, music and working out doesn't go great for beginners. We've established that. Don't listen to Eye of the Tiger, either.
Oh, my God. That's the best workout song ever.
Oh, God. That'll get you going. That will get you going. It's the Eye of the Tiger. That's the only part I know. Something about the fight. Yeah, back to astrology.
Yeah.
A little side conversation.
Yes, it was a good side conversation.
I'm trying to keep it going, but you know that Venus conjunct Sun is definitely helping.
Thank God.
Not that you're boring. Not that you're boring.
I am so glad I have that stellium. Because I would hate my life. So I've been like doing some research on stelliums because like I know what they are, but I feel like my knowledge on them isn't that great. Mm-hmm. And I noticed on like every site I clicked on, like they all had like a different perspective on it. Like some of them are saying it's like 3 or more planets in one house, or 4 or more planets in one house, or all in one sign. Which really confused me, because if that was the case, I'd have like a 6-planet stellium in Capricorn. Which would totally throw me off my game here.
How do you feel about it? Because you actually have a stellium. So why don't you give it some definition in this video right here, right now, because you own it.
Well, honestly, like, I think the fact that I do not feel Capricorn at all, maybe like little hints and bits there, but I totally feel like a Leo all the time. Like, I always feel like I'm on stage. I always feel like I gotta make people laugh. And
are you sure that's not your Venus conjunct Sun?
Yeah.
That could bring that energy too.
I don't know. I just feel like that energy brings. Huh?
You feel like because it's in Capricorn, you're like, nah, not really.
Yeah, kind of. But like, I don't know. My Venus conjunct Sun, I just feel like that makes me smiley all the time. I'm just really happy and like people pleasing and afraid to piss people off.
Your Mars also tried your ascendant too, right? Because you are a Leo ascendant at. All right, the site I was on said 17 degrees.
That sounds right.
Okay, all right. So we got that right too.
They're like 16 or so. I don't know, 15 to 17. I know
All
it's
right.
somewhere in there.
In that range.
Yeah.
So your Mars would definitely trine it, and that would add to it. Because you're
Yeah.
Sag. It's exciting. Everybody loves that Sag energy.
Yeah, absolutely. I love Sages. They're my favorite.
I think they're everybody's favorite. Like, part of me wants to say, no, I hate them because they're everybody's favorite, but I always hit it off, like, really well with Sagittarius.
So what's your least favorite?
My least favorite.
You know, everyone has that one sign that they're just like, ugh, about.
Libras.
Really?
I hate that energy. I hate it. I hate it. And it's in my 12th house, so it's like I really don't connect to it that one. The whole superficial side of it really just like bugs my Scorpio rising. Just like
Yeah.
honest. How about we be straightforward? If you don't like someone, don't pretend to be their friend. You don't always have to be nice. If you're pissed off, why don't you just say it?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That irritates me about Libras as well.
So that energy just like bugs me.
My whole thing is like Aquarius. Honestly, if you're an Aquarius and I meet you 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna want to punch you in the face.
I have to have my time limit with Aquarians. Like only a certain amount of time. I had a best friend who was an Aquarius, but she was a Leo ascendant.
Ah.
That helped. That helped her a lot. But I have a theory on people with their sun in the 7th house because I know a few. But that's another conversation for another time.
I know, like, one of my best friends is an Aquarius, but he has his moon in Taurus and his rising in Taurus. And, like, our whole relationship consists of us just, like, being dicks to each other.
Talking shit to each other. That's what great friendships are made out of.
Constantly. But honestly, though, like, Aquarius just drive me nuts. Like, I feel like, I don't know, I work with a lot of them, and they're all just, like, really lazy and don't do anything. All they want to do is, like, sit around and, like, joke around and...
They'll talk like they do everything, though, right? They will sell you a fucking story like they move fucking mountains for everyone. I think they're like one of the biggest bullshitters. Like they will talk until like everyone believes what they're saying. I'm like, shut the fuck up! You're so full of shit.
Or
Not
they just
all, like some of them.
Or they'll just like say that they agree with the Aquarius just so the Aquarius will shut up.
It's like, all right, you know, you're so right. Right. I know I'm right. Ugh.
Yes, exactly.
So, what's your favorite? Oh, I think I already asked you that question. I think. Well, your favorite is your Sun conjunct Venus, right?
Yeah.
That's your favorite aspect.
Oh, I don't know. I really like my Scorpio moon in the 3rd house.
Do you have a lot of siblings?
Yeah, I have 3 brothers and a sister.
Mm.
And they're all older, and I'm the baby. And I actually, I moved a lot when I was a kid, you know, moon in the 3rd house. I went to a bunch of different schools. I was constantly moving. I never went to the same school for a year. And I was always moving, like, in and out with my siblings, my mom, my brother, my sister, my other brother.
The whole Scorpio experience, right?
Yeah, totally. Plus, Scorpio's on my IC. I just got the bullshit part of it.
No, I swear, like, I always say, like, the Scorpio IC is really shitty. But, like, you know, like how the Leo IC is the favorite child?
Yeah.
So, like, the Aquarius IC is, like, the least favorite child. That's what I say.
They got the redheaded stepchild.
Yeah, basically. I just look at it and it's like Saturn's, and I'm like, ugh, whatever. But I think the Aquarius IC is just, like, so detached. Like, you know what? I don't fucking care. You know, forget it. Whatever, people.
Yes. I know, and then, my brother that's closest to me, he has cancer on his IC, and he was totally the favorite child. Totally.
Oh, go ahead. 2 of my sisters have Taurus ICs. And me and my brother both, of course, the girls were the favorites. They were the favorites. And my baby sister, she has a, shit. What's Aquarius rising 4th house? Is it Gemini?
Aquarius rising, fourth house, that would be the Taurus,
Taurus,
right?
yes. Yes, she has Taurus in her fourth house. It's like, of course, my mom loved her girls. My oldest brother, has Aries in his fourth house, and my brother, who's also another Leo, his rising, because there was like complications during his birth, so he's stuck between three. Like, I swear he's either Pisces rising or Virgo rising, because he's batshit fucking crazy. And he's also a Leo, so I'm thinking he definitely might have a Pisces rising, because like he's in and out of relationships, but he like needs relationships. Like, he clings to relationships, but there's always like some fucking calamity going on in them because he has Mars in his seventh house.
Oh
But
shit.
yeah, that's a conversation for another day. That's a
Yeah. Check this out though. Like I thought this was really interesting. Like I just recently got all my siblings' birth charts, and my two oldest brothers are so like eerily similar but so completely different. They have the same birthday. They're both born on July 1st. Both born at the exact same time to the minute. Right?
really weird.
I know. And they both have the same chart set up. My oldest brother has like an Aquarius moon. My younger brother has a Pisces moon.
Mhm.
But they both have like Aries on their IC, and they were so like out of control as kids. Like they just did whatever the fuck they wanted, and they would get their asses beat, but they were like, whatever.
We're gonna do it again. The strangest thing that freaked me out about the relationship between me and my brothers, both of my older brothers have Virgo moons, but my moon's in the sixth house. So I'm like, whoa, wait. This is really weird, but of course, it shows how our mother, nurtured us and treated us. And she has a Virgo rising, my mother, so I was like, that's interesting that they both have Virgo moons, and my moon's in the sixth house, which is, the house of Virgo, so.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I was like, this is really creepy. This is really weird.
That is weird. I don't know, like, I'm the only sibling out of all my brothers and sisters that has any Scorpio.
Really?
They're all Scorpio free, but I'm the only one who got stuck with that. Which I think is kind of weird because, like, I don't know, like, any of my dad's information, but I know my mom has absolutely no water in her chart.
Do you see the oppositions between, like, you and your siblings and, like, you and your mom and dad? Because I remember someone saying that, children usually will have, like, strong oppositions with their parents, like, in their parents' charts.
I don't know. Like, I don't know my mom's time of birth, so I just have, like, her really basic chart. But mine and hers are absolutely completely different. Like, there's, like, nothing in common.
Nothing in common.
She has her moon in Capricorn. I think that's about it.
Oh, so that's, like... So you guys don't connect nowhere, like no conjunction. None of your planets conjunct any of hers.
No.
Gosh.
I mean, at least, well, I don't have her time of birth, so maybe I don't know, because I can't like do like a synastry chart or anything.
My mom has the Sag moon conjunct Mercury.
Oh, I love Sag moons. I really do. They're my favorite.
Yeah, she's interesting. But, like, her Venus is in Libra, and, like, my moon is in, like, a basically direct opposition to hers. Like, the orb is, like, 1 or 2 degrees, just, like, pew! So I thought that was funny. But, yeah. So that's synastry. Synastry, there we go, synastry. That's that Gemini in the 8th house. I struggle to talk sometime.
It happens.
Yeah.
At least your Mercury's not in retrograde.
No, you know what? But here I go. I think a retrograde Mercury is actually like really cool.
You want to trade?
You want to? No, mine's in Leo and it's direct. Why would I get rid of that awesomeness?
That's such a Leo thing to say.
What's your favorite moon sign?
Sagittarius.
Oh, you just said.
I've always like been in relationships with Sagittarius.
Really?
Always.
My favorite moon sign is Virgo.
They're really awesome too. I love Virgos.
That Virgo moon and Scorpio moons are like the most abundant moons in my life.
Really?
My dad has a Scorpio moon. My dad has a Scorpio moon. Both my brothers have Virgo moons. My stepsister, who's a Leo, ascending in Leo, talking about a hot mess. That's a hot mess right there. She has a Virgo moon. So many, like, even people that I admire, like, do you know M. Night Shyamalan?
Yeah.
I butchered his name, but he has a Virgo moon. Like, it's a really creative moon. I think people don't realize that. Like,
Yeah. One of my good friends has her moon in Virgo in the 12th house, and I absolutely adore her. She's so, like, blunt and ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I feel like I don't know any Scorpio moons at all.
Do you, like, investigate people's chart?
Oh, yeah, I totally do the whole, like, Facebook stalking, finding out their birthday, seeing if I need to know the time of their birth because their moon's too close to the cusp. Oh, yeah. I'm a total stalker like that.
I do that to all my friends, and I swear, like, every time, like, a Scorpio moon would pop up, like, oh, fuck, I need to run. They found me again. Like, hurry up, run.
I don't know, like...
I click well with them, though. I really do click well with them.
That's good. I feel like we're clicking.
Yeah. I think it's that Mars energy in our moon. Like, you know, even though Scorpio is, you know, the ruling planet is Pluto, but, you know, it's co-ruled by Mars, and my moon is in Aries, so it's like we got that Martian thing going on.
Yeah.
I think the Aries energy is more on the lighter side. I'm definitely on the lighter side of it.
That shit's intense.
It's like, all right, they're being crazy now. Just, you know, just sit still. they're having a moment. It's like, wow, you guys are really fucking shit up, but okay, you know. Like, I give all my crazy Scorpio moon friends like a pass when they're being crazy. I'm like, cool. Like, I don't get freaked out by it, but it really is. It's crazy and it's intense. I'm like, all right, calm down now. Yes. Like the heavy breathing.
It's so true. It's so true.
They start ranting about why they're pissed off. I'm like,
I scare people when I get mad, and I'm, like, honestly, like, as intimidating as a Care Bear, but when I start getting, like, aggressive, people, like, freak out. Like, oh, God.
Shit.
And I think it's, like, because, like, I come off a lot stronger than I actually am.
Yeah.
Like, I just have this, like, power that, like, radiates around me.
Just met up with Hades.
Yeah.
Get possessed.
Me and Hades are bros.
Oy, oy, oy.
Yeah.
So, like, what else are we going to talk about, or are we just going to, like, cut it here?
I don't know. I can't think of anything right now.
Like, probably when I cut this off 30 minutes from now, I'm like, oh, I could have asked her about this. Oh, I could have said that.
Well, we can always do another one.
Yeah, definitely. Some in the future. What else is interesting in your birth chart? Let me pull it back up. I'm glad. You know what this Google Hangout did do for me, though? I figured out how to fucking get on this thing. Figured it out. I got it down, so thank you. Thank you.
I still have no idea what the hell I'm doing on here.
Don't worry, and just like do it a few more times and you'll be a pro at it.
Tell about your Sun square Pluto.
That is it's also involved in a T-square with, I think, what, my Uranus or Neptune? Are you looking at it? Is it with Uranus or Neptune, that T-square?
Let's see. Both, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not really familiar with T-squares.
The terms.
With the T-square.
My Sun square Pluto. Oh my God. As you can see from my chart, I've like had to like work on myself a lot.
Yeah.
Like, to get to this point where I'm actually on video talking, so it's like, oh right, my Sun is squared Pluto. So like
I would interpret that as just like an extremely like powerful personality because your Pluto's in the first house.
Mm-hmm.
And then like your Sun up there is the ego and everything. I would just interpret that as like a very powerful presence.
I do have that, but it's like some of the things in my chart I've really had to learn to like tone down, like that Virgo energy, and also like that Leo midheaven and that Scorpio rising. Like all that going out into public is really sometimes it's a good thing, but sometimes like people can get really intimidated by that or put off by that. So it's like, all right, just learning when to use it and when not to be so quote unquote powerful or like really just expressive. Because I can walk into a meeting like, hey, how's everybody doing? Shake hands, and just like I've learned that actually really frightens people. Like just
Yeah.
being like really like with the Scorpio rising there. I know like it's like I said, it's a battle because I have this Leo midheaven trying to be friendly. I'm trying to project to people that I'm not really this psycho that you're trying to see me as. So it's like that constant battle of like, all right, how much do I give these people? If I walk in and I'm quiet, then they're gonna think I'm some freak. But if I walk in and I'm loud and expressive, I'm gonna scare some people. So it's like, So yeah, I do get told a lot that I have presence, but I don't see it. I don't get it. I'm like, because I'm not trying. It's not something I'm trying to project.
It was like when you first started the video call, it's like the first thing you were like, ah.
Yeah. There we go. You've seen it live. You've seen it live. I was like, I didn't even say hello to this girl. Hey, how's it going?
Like in between your like moments. Like that was hilarious.
Yeah. Anything else about my chart you want to dig into?
Let's see here. I wish I had 2 screens.
This
That'd
video
be
is gonna definitely have to do some major editing. I'll keep in like random tidbits, but like, yeah, because of course
it's so all over the place.
I'm a bit of a control freak when it comes to these Google Hangouts. So I'm gonna have to like, I don't like that edit. I don't like that edit. I don't like that edit. Cut. No. All right. This is good. I like this. Do you feel like you're a bit of a control freak sometimes? Especially when you see that I asked you a question and then I was gonna go back to me. Totally. Because I was like, how do you like try to control your image? Well, for me, I definitely do. But,
that's awesome. No, I definitely can be a control freak at times.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially when I'm at work, like, I really hate being there. But I feel like everything needs to be in order, and I feel like I need to make people make it in order,
mm-hmm.
So I kind of, like, put myself in, like, managerial roles, and I'm not even a manager, which sucks.
With Aries in my 6th house, I really do hate working with people. Like, I really do ask my boss or manager, like, to, put me over here. Let me be by myself.
Yeah.
And then if someone, of course, comes in and, like, tries to help me, I'm like, all right, that goes there. Don't touch that. Just do what I tell you to do.
Yes. Or, like, certain, like, projects, like, even, like, around my house, like, whenever I'm, like, moving or doing anything, like, I have to be in charge.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, though, I really don't like being in charge at all.
I do like being in charge. Of course I say that, right? I like being in charge, but, like, in school, I hated working with people. Unless they, let me be the boss. Do you feel like you have to be in charge?
Sometimes.
I think my Aries moon just really doesn't help with that shit. It really doesn't help.
No, not at all.
I'm a work in progress, people. I'm a work in progress, all right?
That's a good quality, though. Like, a lot of people don't like to step up and take charge.
I've noticed that, like, when I was a kid, like, the teachers was like, all right, who wants to be in charge? And I would look around and no one would say anything. I was like, oh, fuck. Well, I guess I'll do it then.
That's awesome. So let's see. You have 2 in conjuncts with Mars, with Uranus and Neptune.
All right, get off the inconjunctions now. I was gonna do a series on that, but I was like, But of course, it all leads back to the same thing because we all know what Mars is.
Yeah, I know. I kind of feel like in conjuncts are like the redheaded stepchilds of the zodiac.
Did you see the video I made of them?
I did. I liked it. They're
Look at
just
me,
like,
like, did you see the video I made? Then taking a bow. I hate when I do that, but I can't
you
help
took
it.
a bow.
I did. I was about to go. Thank you, thank you. You'll see in the video. Like, yeah, I hate when I do that. I'm a mess. It's okay. It's the Leo energy, people. It really is. I try
Uh,
not to control it. I just let it out. This is the midheaven you're seeing here. I'm on screen, so
yeah,
hey.
yeah. I'm surprisingly calm right now. That's probably my Taurus midheaven. Like,
Just
chill.
steady, just steady, just steady. Looking like a
But
pro, and I'm looking like a mess. There you go.
honestly, though, like, I feel like us Leos, like, talking like this, we go off on so many, like, ridiculous tangents. And, like, Seth and I had the same problem as well. It's like, as soon as we started talking about Leo, it's just like, oh, we're, like, all over the place.
It's the best energy ever.
I agree. It's fun. And you know what I really appreciate about my stellium is that I'm always like able to laugh at something.
Right.
I'm always like easily entertained. Like even if I'm like in the worst mood ever and someone throws something funny in my face, I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
Or like a few days ago, I was at work and I was pissed because I was working with people, of course. Like I was moving something and it like smacked me right on the head and I just bust out laughing. It was like boom, and I was like, ah. Then I felt better after that. Crazy. Like, soon as I hurt myself, I can laugh. Let's keep it moving, people.
Sounds like pretty destructive behavior there, bud.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when you have like a screaming child and you're trying to calm them down, so you'll like smack yourself and like pretend like it hurts to make them laugh.
Children are psychos. They're psychos, rude, and they're selfish.
Yes. Total Aries. All of them. They're all Aries.
Yeah. That's also something I had to, like, I still struggle with that Aries moon. Because I get, like, sometimes I can be calm, but, like, when I do this, like, when I'm trying to figure out how the fuck to get on this Google Hangout, sorry for the language, but, like,
I don't give a fuck.
fuck. But, I just want to, like, pick up my computer and just, like, throw it against the wall. Like, when I was a kid and I would get mad, me being a genius, I would just fucking destroy my entire room. And, of course, I would have to clean it up afterwards. Like, flip over my bed. Like you said, you used to throw things. I would wreck and pull the clothes out of the drawer, just wreck everything. Sit down, be pissed, and like, shit, I have to clean this up now. All right.
So I saw that you have your Venus in Virgo, and that's like debilitated, right?
Yeah, they say it is, but I think it's great.
I agree with that. I don't think that is a bad placement at all. I was just curious to get like your input on that.
On Venus and Virgo. Well, like I said earlier, like I sort of had to like tone down some of the energy in my chart because Virgo is very nitpicky. So like, and it's also in my 10th house, so it's like, all right, if you're not gonna help me move up in life, or you know, like not even that, but if you don't have your shit together, I'm not gonna be with you. It's like I'll be single forever if you know I'm not gonna date a bum. You know, I think Venus in Virgo or Venus in the 6th house, we have standards, and I'm sure you know most people have no fucking standards.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'll date you if you have a fat ass, or you know, your boobs are big. I'm like, no, that doesn't work for me, because like I can be in a relationship for a very long time. I'm sure you can too, like with your Venus in the 6th house. Like, I can be in a committed relationship forever because I keep myself there. It's like, you know, I don't want to wake up the next day and say, oh, you know what, I don't love you anymore. It's over. I'm done. I don't like you anymore. It's like that's not how I work when it comes to love. It's like, you know, this is a job. This is my duty. You know, we can work on this. Someone's at the door. 1 second.